I'm going to work through 1A with you today and then number 2 with you today. And you will have to complete the rest on your own. But remember that there is an answer key on Canvas in the same module that you found this assignment. So to do this first one, we notice that we have a leg in the hypotenuse. So we need to find the other leg of this triangle. So let's go ahead and set up our Pythagorean theorem. So a squared plus b squared equals c squared. 16 is my hypotenuse, so it's going to be my c. And then 12 can be either my a or my b. It does not make a difference. So I'm going to go ahead and set up my equation. I have 12 squared plus b squared equals 16 squared. I'm going to go ahead and simplify this. So I know 12 squared is 144. I have plus b squared. And 16 squared is 256. So now I'm going to subtract 144 from both sides because I want to get b by itself. So 144 minus 144 cancels out. And so I'm going to bring that b squared on down. And 256 minus 144 is 112. So now, to get b by itself, I'm going to take the square root of both sides. So b is equal to the square root of 112. Now I just need to reduce the square root of 112. I'm going to simplify it. So I'm going to do that over to the side here. The square root of 112, I can rewrite 112 as 16 times 7. I have the square root of 16 that I can pull out because it's a perfect square. So I'll have 4 on the outside of my square root sign, and I'm left with a 7 on the inside of the square root sign. That's as simplified as it can be, so I'm done with this. My missing side length is 4 times the square root of 7. All right, moving on to number 2. The first thing that I will want to do is draw a picture. So I know that a baseball diamond looks like this. And so here's home plate. Here's first base, second base, and third base. And it tells us that the sides are all 90 feet. So I know that all the side lengths are 90. And I also know that it's actually a square. So these are all 90-degree angles. Now this is asking for the shortest distance between first base and third base. The shortest distance would be straight from first base to third base. So if you notice, that creates a right triangle right here. And so I know my lengths of the legs, and I need to find the length of the hypotenuse. So now we can go ahead and set up our Pythagorean theorem. We can start with a squared plus b squared equals c squared. I know that my a and my b are both 90, so I have 90 squared plus 90 squared equals c squared. Now I can simplify this. 90 squared is 8,100. So I have 8,100 plus 8,100 equals c squared. I know that that is 16,200. Set it equal to c squared. Now to get c by itself, I'm going to take the square root of both sides. My square root and my square cancel each other out. So I'm left with c is equal to the square root of 16,200. Now this can be simplified. So I'm going to go ahead and do my simplification over here to the side. So I have 16,200. I know that that's 8,100 times 2, because that's basically what we did right over here. We took 8,100 plus 8,100, which is the same as 8,100 times 2. And I know that 8,100 is 90 squared times 2. Square root of 90 squared is 90, and I'm left with a square root of 2. So my answer is 90 times the square root of 2. And make sure on these problems that you're paying attention to your units. So this one is measured in feet. And now I'm done with this problem.